It is the most interactive professional wrestling discussion show on the internet. WWE, Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling. This is In the Hot Seat with your host, Fortminorproject.
Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to this week's episode of In the Hot Seat. I know it's been a while since I've done In the Hot Seat, but it is back, and I got a brand new guest joining me at this time. And would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you know who this is. It's your boy, finally on this hot seat. The charismatic anime fanatic, along being, of course, AJ Lee, fanboy of the YWC rko2582.
Alright, it's a pleasure to have you here on the show, and we actually got a lot to get to. And with that being said, I'm actually going to kick things off here with the AJ Lee topic, which I'm sure you enjoy. And with that being said, what got you into AJ Lee, and what would you like to see her be doing in the WWE?
Oh man, my favorite subject. Woo! AJ Lee. Love that girl. Love her. And of course, with my opinion on AJ Lee, right now, I mean, with the NXT thing with her and Maxine, that's okay, but it's like she don't need to be on NXT again. It's like they need to push her on SmackDown. I mean, because in my opinion, she's one of the few divas who actually has a personality and something, and a diva I would bank on.
Yeah.
So. I'm sorry.
That's alright, go ahead.
Okay, with AJ Lee, another thing with her is, I want her to be, the diva that everyone can get behind. I kind of see her as the next Mickie James, say. But since Mickie James is not WWE anymore, I kind of see her as the potential second coming of Mickie James, and with a combination of, like a female Rey Mysterio, like with her moveset.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, with me on AJ Lee, I like her. I wish we can, see her more often instead of just NXT, since I barely watch NXT anymore, since it's been a long time since I actually seen that show. But, with that, hopefully she'll do some good things, whether or not she's going to be the next Mickie James, maybe we'll see. I don't know about that yet, but I do like what she's doing, and hopefully she can continue to do good in her in-ring skills. And I think she's a pretty good wrestler at this point, so hopefully we can get her into doing some feuds and stuff like that eventually. Later on in the road, become a champion. So it's actually going to be pretty cool to see what's going to be to come with AJ Lee with that in the years to come with WWE. The next thing I got here for the next topic, and this is going into Kane here, and should Kane have one more run with the mask before he retires? And with that being said, is there any favorite Kane matches too while we're at it? What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, with the Kane mask return, I think it should happen because cause back in the day, of course, I watched wrestling during the Attitude Era, and I liked Kane when he had the mask on. Just like any other fan. And then once he took the mask off, it did work for a while, but then after a while, he kind of looked, weak. And then, with this, maybe it'll be like a somewhat career revival if he puts the mask back on. So I'm all for it if he does do it. One more run with the mask.
Yeah, and I like Kane with the mask as much as the next guy, and hopefully, before he retires, at least come back with the mask. And as of late, he's been feeling tired of being more like a human. So maybe he'll come back and bring back the mask, and be back as I guess scary as ever, I guess, and be the monster, I should say, like he was when he was with the mask. And it'd be cool and interesting to see how that's going to go. Hopefully we'll get to see that. So that's it when it comes to Kane on that part and topic. The next thing I got here, and with the possible NWO or the Click coming back as well, since this whole storyline with CM Punk, Triple H, and Kevin Nash. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you see either one of them returning or none of them at all? So what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on storyline. Oh gosh, wow. I don't know. With the CM Punk Triple H storyline, I'm enjoying right now. And then I know, especially what happened last night on Raw, and then with Kevin Nash, I think there's possibility he might show up at Night Champions. And of course, you brought up with the whole NWO or Click reunion. it's possible. That's what I've been hearing rumors about, saying like since Nash was playing the NWO theme, which I was marking out. I was
Yeah.
like, what? I was like, he's playing the NWO theme. I was like, yes. I was like, sweet, just like I back in the day. And then with Nash, I think it's possible he gonna come back. He always do.
Yeah.
So he's all about that money. So yeah.
Yeah, and I would expect Kevin Nash to come back. I'm sure it's a part of the storyline now that he's been quote unquote released and everything like that. So I would expect him probably to come back at least by Night of Champions or something like that. Probably interfere in a match with CM Punk and Triple H and continue this storyline to have it continue further on. And with the groups as far as that's concerned, we might maybe see a new MWO, if not most likely, I should say, and probably have the Miz and R-Truth, which I think would be pretty cool to add to the mix with Kevin Nash as a new NWO.
Oh,
Or
Miz R-Truth in the NWO. Oh my god.
it should be interesting, so anything can happen with that. Or if not, wouldn't mind either having HBK come back. Whether or not he's gonna wrestle or not, I don't think so. At least be like a manager or something as a part of the clique and stuff like that. So what are your thoughts on that? Which group would you prefer? Would it be a new NWO or the clique?
I think with the clique, it can't be replaced. The clique, I think a new NWO is better suited.
Okay. Yeah, either one of those could happen, so I wouldn't really mind. So, we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. So, that's it when it comes to those topics right there. The next thing I wanted to get to is the latest Rosa Mendes, Diva situation. And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it can be possibly even put on the storyline or a feud or something like that? And what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, with the Rosa Mendes tweet rant.
Yeah.
When I first heard about this, I mean, when she was getting on, like I said, with my baby AJ, I knew it was on then. And then her getting on the rest of the quote rookies, I know. And I'm like, personally, I think Rosa is just hating, and she just because she ain't get TV time like AJ, Maxine, Oksana, even Kayla's getting more TV time than her. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really been following it too much. I, know some of it from last night and the night before, so, don't really know what's going to really come to this. Maybe they'll actually turn it into a storyline and have Rosa Mendes be on TV more often, so, we'll have to see where that goes and how that plays out. So, I wasn't really expecting a run or anything like that from Rosa Mendes since we barely see her, so, maybe she'll get involved and have a match with AJ Lee or something like that in one of those divas and, have a feud or something. So it should be interesting when it comes to that. So that's basically it when it comes to the whole Rosa Mendes situation with that. The next thing, one of the last things here that I got, and what are your thoughts on the whole Winter and Mickey James feud that's going on in TNA, and what are your thoughts on that?
Oh, the winner, Mickey. Yeah. Oh man, when I found out Winner won back the knockout fight, I was kind of pissed. Because I like Winner too now, but I love Mickey James a lot more. But I didn't get the fact like why would they let Winner win the title? You know, she was only the champ for nearly 3 weeks and they didn't show her on TV. Then Mickey won it back like after that, and then pay-per-view time. Winner gets it back. So I'm guessing they're trying to make the storyline interesting, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I like the feud in itself, but I just didn't like, how Winter won it back when Mickey James just won it like 2 weeks ago. So it really made, no sense with that. And, with that being said, I didn't like, when it came to No Surrender that, Angelina once again kept on, trying to take out Mickey James during the match, which really got annoying. We saw that before, so I was really hoping that we didn't get to see that again, but unfortunately it did. And, when it came down towards the end of the match, Mickey really had the match won, and it really would have made more sense to have Mickey retain it, and then probably at the next pay-per-view have Winter come back on top, and then win it there, which would have been a lot more better to me. So, the feud in itself has been good. I like, when Mickey James and Winter have a match and they have good chemistry with one another. So, nothing really bad to say about that. But just how it went down, I know Serena, I didn't really like the ending with that. So maybe, I guess, we'll get a more better explanation this week and seeing what's going to happen. So, that's pretty much it when it comes to that. And that's basically it with all the topics that I have right now. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we end the show here officially?
Oh yeah, I would like one more topic, and then that'll
Okay.
be it.
Alright, sure, go ahead.
Okay. My topic is of course, Michael Cole. Okay,
Alright.
I know everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Michael Cole, why?"
Well, feel free to talk
I
about
just
that.
want to get some my little rant. I might make a like I said. I promise I'm gonna make my first ever wrestling rant video on Michael Cole. So
Okay.
be on the lookout for that. But I want to get this out with
Yeah,
Michael Cole.
you
I
can
mean,
do it.
lately I hate how Michael Cole been the lead commentator and stuff, and I
Yeah.
hate how they're making Jr. Who was the true voice of WWE in my opinion, along with Raw, instead of Michael Cole's jagbag bitch ass and. It's just, I hate last night when he messed up the move with Sheamus.
Yeah.
And like, he's saying, the Celtic cross. I'm like, it's a high cross, you dumbass. High freaking cross.
Fail. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and pretty much, it's in the way he is doing his job and trying to get us, annoyed. So, it does suck, that Jim Ross is pretty much the third wheel on that. But either way, Jim Ross will still own him, like I mentioned before that we were going to do the show. So, either way, and JR does end up owning Michael Cole either way, even though as annoying as he is. So, it's good to have that, little preview for that rant there. So, hopefully, Michael Cole will calm it down at least a little bit and, have, each guy in the commentary booth, treat the match, talking through the match equally without, anybody trying to be the third wheel and stuff like that. So, that's it with that. So, is there anything else you want to add before we end the show here with that?
That's pretty much about it, man.
Okay. Alright, so I appreciate you coming in here on the show, and you guys can definitely talk about what we talked about on the show. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on what we talked about in the comment box. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions. Definitely go check out my guests for this week, and the link will be in the description box for each and every one of you guys to check them out. And that about does it for this week's episode for In the Hot Seat. And as always, I'll talk to you guys later on. Peace.